Hey, how's it, Aloha gang? Coming up on High Now, we are at Park West Gallery, and they're the world's largest art dealer. Today, we're gonna take you inside their one and only Hawaii location and show you how to buy that art.
Plus, I'm gonna take you on a tour of France right here in Honolulu. We're gonna talk all about French fashion, food and wine, plus we've got Soufiane from Le Crepe Cafe. All this and more right now on High Now Daily. Aloha and welcome to High Now Daily. I'm Rachel Pocaro, and man, I love those Chanel glasses. I need to go and find those, put them back on. In the meantime, I'm gonna send things out to Kainoa Carlson, who is out in Waikiki checking out a beautiful art gallery. What's happening, Kainoa?
That's right, mahalo, Rachel. We're here in world famous Waikiki, okay? Lure Street is right on the other side of the camera. We're down here because we want to show you exactly what this place is all about. This is Park West Gallery. Okay, this is one of the largest art dealers in the entire world. They've been in business since 1969. This is the only location in Hawaii featuring amazing, beautiful, rare art, rare portraits. We're gonna head inside. We're gonna tell you more about it. Come on in. So this is John Block. He is the Chief Operating Officer for Park West Gallery Hawaii. Aloha, John.
Welcome, welcome. We're glad to have you here.
Thank you so much for having us. So John, let's talk a little bit about this beautiful gallery and what's inside.
So Park West has just about something for everyone. Our idea is that art is really for everyone. We have works of art that can be collected here that are framed, matted, and shipped for less than $300, and we have works of art that go into the millions. So really something for everybody.
All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and do a tour over here. And we do want to remind everybody as well, you know, oftentimes when people walk through and they come into this space, we want to let everybody know out there that all of the artwork, I mean, this is available to be collected, correct?
That's it. It's a gallery. There's art here that certainly could belong in a museum, but it's a gallery, so everything can be acquired, everything can be in your viewers' homes, and that's what we're certainly hoping for. And like I said, there really is something for everyone. If you'd like more contemporary art, we've got it. Classical art, we've got it. Pop art, really anything in between.
Okay, awesome. Now, as we continue to work our way around the gallery, give us the overview about it. Now, we do know it arrived over here April of 2021.
That's
correct?
Right. So just after COVID, we wanted to be part of bringing Waikiki back, and so we were able to pick the space up, and we opened in April of 21, and we've had really a wonderful reception, both from locals and from tourists who have started, as everyone knows now, to come back to the island.
Yeah, absolutely. And even in our time here, since High Now has been here for about a couple hours or so, we're seeing a lot of foot traffic. People are very intrigued and interested in what's happening here. Well, and we're stepping into a space right now.
I believe they're here for you. Because no. I'm a little starstruck. I met you at the Make-A-Wish Gala this year, and I can't believe we're here now together. This is great.
We're here, and this is happening, John. And let me tell you, everyone's here for this. They're here for these rare Picasso treats. Tell us about it.
So this is the Harlequin by Pablo Picasso. It's arguably one of the most famous images that he ever created. But the real story here is the series that this is part of. When Picasso passed away, there was no will. His granddaughter ends up inheriting 1/5 of his fortune and all of his art. Wow. It was more than, get this, more than 10,000 original artworks that she inherited.
Oh my goodness.
She takes these works, she doesn't care about living large, she doesn't care about any of that. She takes the works and starts to sell them one by one over a period of many decades. And the purpose of it was funding children's charities. And so that's what she did with her great fortune. And so she's in her 70s, living in Paris now, and we're pleased to represent her collection of her grandfather's work here in Waikiki.
That is incredible. We want to continue on with us because we have much more of Picasso to show you. As we step in to this space, now tell us about what all of these portraits represent.
Well, all of these, with the exception of one, are the women of Pablo Picasso. He was very famously in and out of love throughout his entire life.
Aren't we all a little bit?
There it is. And perhaps much like today, he was in and out of a lot of situationships. And these are the women of Pablo Picasso, some girlfriends, some wives, some lovers. And in these pieces, you see a rare glimpse into sort of the almost a photographic history, done in Cubism, of course, of the women that made the story of Picasso. all the great folklore, all the innuendo and rumor, all of that executed here into the strokes of the master's hand.
That is amazing. And when I'm thinking about what goes into a collection like this, like how do you folks go about acquiring portraits like this?
Well, in the case of this Picasso estate collection, we knew it was out there. We didn't know who owned it. We were looking for it for about 10 years. Then it took about 5 years of negotiating the deal to be able to buy the collection en masse and be able to bring it to the public for the very first time. So these works came from the 70s and 80s, and this is for most people the first time they'll ever have seen them in history.
That is amazing. And again, it's available over here at Park West Gallery, Hawaii in Waikiki. We can't tell you folks enough. This is an insanely cool place. Come down, take a tour. We're going to have much more coming up later in the show on High Now. John, thank you so much.
Thank you. This is a real pleasure.
Oh, it's a pleasure. We got much more fun coming up. Rachel, we'll send it back to you.
Thanks so much, Kainoa. Funny is that right next door to that art gallery is Aimeo, which is what Teresa is wearing today. Gorgeous look. Now, Teresa is from Alliance Francaise of Hawaii. Did I get that right?
Absolutely.
Yes, and you guys are celebrating something very special here in Hawaii. It's about French fashion, the food, the wine, everything in between.
Yes.
And we've also got Sufjan here of
The Crepe Cafe.
Oh, the way he says that. I love that. Okay, let's talk story because we got a lot going on in the High Now kitchen today. Let's start off with the event that's coming up.
Yep, and so let me back up and say the Alliance Francaise of Hawaii is a nonprofit organization here in Hawaii that promotes the French language and culture. And so this event, the 2024 French Fashion, Food, and Wine event, is our largest cultural event of the year. It'll be next Friday, October 4th. Tickets are still available on our website, afhawaii.org. But basically, attendees at the event will experience some of the best French fashion, food, and wine that they can find. You know, this week is actually Paris Fashion Week.
Ooh, so if you can't make Paris Fashion Week, okay, we've got something for you.
Come and enjoy it right here in Hawaii. Exactly.
Nice.
And so there'll be a formal runway fashion show.
Which is what you're looking at just now, and that was
Exactly.
last year's one?
Yes. And so we featured Maj and Sandro, French designers. But this year's event will also have a French pop-up market.
Ooh.
And so Aimeo will be there along with Around the Pearl. Yes, your Chanel glasses.
I found them, you guys.
Yes.
They're right here.
So Chanel glasses will be there. We'll have Sicily Paris. We'll have Longchamp. We'll have several different French brands, and Around the Pearl.
Oh, yes.
Our French jewelry as well will be there. So lots of things, and then the food and the wine. Attendees will be able to experience the different parts of France all through the food and wine. So there'll be several food stations, and they'll be able to see where the food comes from. So this is one of our stations with Sufjan at Le Crepe Cafe.
Love it. Okay, let's talk to Sufjan because it looks like you are making some crepes right now.
Of course, yeah.
That you're gonna be at the event. Are you excited?
I'm gonna be at the event. I'm very excited. It's our second event. Last year was very successful, and I expect this one to be even more successful. Teresa is always doing a great job. We have an amazing host, and I'll be making sweet and savory crepes, as you can see. And it's gonna be an amazing.
Oh yeah. So what are you making right now? It looks like things are heating up, and I mean, I obviously recognize some of the cheese. It looks like you got a little bit of the chicken here. What is this one called?
So this one is called the chicken mushroom. It's our best seller. So it has chicken, mushrooms, spinach, cheese, and it also comes with our homemade pesto.
Ooh.
So it's a beautiful pesto made with love.
Ooh, made with love.
Of course, that's the secret ingredient. And of course, another...
And France, you know, right?
Exactly,
It's like the
yes.
city of love over there, right?
Paris,
In
the city of
Paris,
love.
yeah.
And this one also comes with a homemade balsamic dressing. So it's our best seller, and it's very filling. And as you can see, we also have like different crepes.
Yeah, so we've got different crepes over here. These are sweet and savory. And then you also got some Nutella over there. There's a lot happening. Is all of this you're bringing over to the event?
In the event, I'll be only making sweet and savory crepes.
Yeah. Oh.
And you can see, for example, we have this one.
Oh my goodness,
This is
that
our
is
best seller.
so good.
That's the most popular that you'll see in France. So crepes come from a region in France called Brittany or Breton. They're
Bretagne.
Breton.
Oh, there we go.
Excuse my French.
Yeah.
Thank you, the real Frenchman, the French chef, to correct us. But that's the area that you'll have this, but we'll have lots of other French food
Oh,
from
beautiful.
all over the country.
Nice. Okay, so tell everybody one more time how they
Yes.
can get their hands on the tickets, and it's at a very special place.
A private club in
Private
Honolulu.
club. Yeah, so you're gonna have to get those tickets to find out where.
Yes.
Tell everybody one more time how to get
Yes.
those tickets.
At www.afhawaii.org.
And this is on October 4th.
Next Friday, October
you
4th.
go.
Very good.
All right, awesome. So we're gonna keep cooking it up here in the Hainao kitchen with Le Crepe Cafe. Did I get that one right?
It was perfect.
Oh, perfect, he says.
Perfect.
I love it. I love the way that sounds. We're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back with more of Hainao Daily. It is fashion, French fashion, food, wine, all of the above, right here on Hainao Daily. Aloha and welcome back to Hainao Daily. We're here in the kitchen and I'm hanging out with Sufyan of Le Crepe Cafe. Again, thank you so much for being
Welcome.
here. You've made such a beautiful spread for us.
Thank you,
I
merci.
can't wait to dive in. But I wanted to learn a little bit more about you. I know you're going to be at that wonderful event on October 4th. It's the French Fashion Food and Wine event.
Okay.
And it's going to be a lot of fun, so make sure you go ahead and get those tickets.
Yes, yes.
But since you're going to be there, tell us a little bit about who you are, how you got your start, and Le Crepe Cafe.
Thank you, thank you. Well, my name is Sofiane. I grew up in Paris, and I've been in Hawaii since 2008. So Le Crepe Cafe is now part of the Hawaii paysage. And more than just crepes, we slowly evolve with time. Now we do, of course, like sweet crepes, like you can see here. We have like the special. We also have like waffles.
Wow, you added waffles to the mix,
Yes,
so it's
yes.
not just the crepes.
It's not just crepe, it's a waffle. Everything we do is made from scratch. So
Wow.
we try to make everything with passion and love. And on the sweet side, we still have also like acai bowl. We use the big iron honey.
Oh, that's a really good
the
honey.
best, yes,
So
it's the
tell
best.
me a little bit about the ingredients before we go and talk about the rest of them. But you're incorporating a lot of the ingredients from Hawaii, which makes it really fresh, right?
Yes, so as a foreigner, I think my cool Elana is to also be part of the community. So we eco-friendly. We always be using like non-plastic items. We try to use local ingredients as much as we can. To help the local community. We also use like coffee for our coffee, locally roasted beans.
Oh, nice.
And I think it's very important for us as a small business to support each other. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I would love to support you by eating this crepe right
Thank you.
now. Tell me a little bit. I was about to dive in with a fork and a knife, but how do you normally eat a crepe? Do you do it like that or do you roll it up? How would you eat that?
It depends. In Paris, we usually like just walk and eat them. as
Oh,
we walk,
really?
you know?
Okay. Would you roll it?
But in a restaurant, usually
Oh.
we just like usually present it a little bit like this, you know.
Okay, and
then
in the
you can
High
just
Now
like-
kitchen, okay, we're gonna
just
do it
like
like
that,
that.
yeah.
Fold over, cut it in half. Wow. Okay, got
There
you.
go. It's a little messy, but it still tastes the same.
Yeah, and it all goes in the same place, right? Here in
Of
my
course, yeah.
opu. Yeah. Okay. Let me just try this because I do love crepes. And
And
you're
all
in
our
Kainoa,
butter,
yeah?
we have two shops. One is in Manoa. They both open every day, and one is in Kailua. And yeah, we try to use like fresh ingredients, stay away from like any corn syrup, and I think it's a good way to balance yourself with a healthy lifestyle and at the same time treat yourself without the guilt.
Oh yes, and they're so thin. These crepes. That is like guilt-free.
Thank you, thank you.
I feel healthy already. And then you had a banana, a blueberry, and a strawberry in one bite. A touch of whipped cream, which made it so delectable.
Merci.
And then you're talking about all of this here. Tell me about that. Like you mentioned, not just crepes. So we've got some sandwiches.
Yeah, so the goal when we with the Crepe Cafe with the time was really to bring the ohana together, so different appetite, different taste. So you can have a whole family coming, and someone's gonna get a crepe, someone's gonna get a panini a sandwich, someone's gonna get an avocado toast. We also have omelets. So it's not just sweet; it's a lot of variety of savory for all appetite, for all diets. And like I say, just eat healthy with some good taste, and at the same time gather as a family or a friend or a couple, you know.
You're right. You're right. I absolutely agree. I know. See, it was so light. And like I mentioned, guilt-free, I have to now go in for this, which is the waffle. I'm going to try the waffle this
Bon
instead.
appetit.
Please tell everybody about the giveaway that you're doing because you've got this big old like gallon or so of Nutella. One of my favorite toppings to put on pretty much anything.
So Nutella, yes, of course. So you can win every month this huge Nutella. All you have to do is follow us on social media on Instagram, Le Crepe Cafe Hawaii, and there'll be a winner every month.
Every month, pick me. I'm gonna follow you
okay.
guys right now because I want that. I want this one right here. But make sure you go ahead and check him out again. He is gonna be at the French Fashion
Yes.
Food and Wine event that's happening on October 4th. Get those tickets at afhawaii.org. And if you can't make the event, which you should be going to because they're gonna be closing tickets on Monday, so get it before then. Go and visit this guy. He's got two locations, Manoa and Kailua. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here.
You're welcome.
All right, we're gonna take a break and we'll be right back. And I will be right here eating all of the goodies. You're watching High Now Daily. Stay with us.
How's it, Aloha gang, and welcome back to High Now Daily. We're back with John from Park West Gallery as we continue to work our way around this great gallery that's available here in Hawaii. It's the only Hawaii location. It's all about making art approachable. What's cool to me might not be cool to you, but I promise you, there's something for everybody in here. You know, John, when we first got down here to Park West Gallery, this is the very first room I walked into. I was really drawn into the color. Now tell everyone out there about this particular artist.
So this artist's name is Crepe, that's K-R-E-8, and he originally comes, well, actually born in Germany, raised in New York City, and kind of came up in a little bit of a rough childhood, ended up being a street artist, and decided at some point that he wanted to take the positivity, the message that he was doing in his street art, and turn it into something more than just street art. And so he put it on canvas, and it's been an incredible ride for him. He's actually one of the top 5 selling artists at Park West worldwide, and his real message is kind of a rags to riches story. He really started from the bottom and managed to make his way into the upper echelon of artists throughout the world today. He's an abstract artist who kind of also does figurative work. He's inspired almost entirely by Salvador Dali, so a lot of surrealist element to his work. When you see one of the hands in his artwork, that's his hand, so it's a photorealistic rendering of his own hand.
Very cool.
So the tattoos you see on it are tattoos that you'd see on his hand if he was in the room. You'll also notice that most of the time you don't see faces on the figures that he paints.
I know, so that's where I was very curious. When you look at a lot of the works that he does, there's no face and shape for the head.
So he actually, coming up in the kind of gang culture, he ended up with tattoos on his neck, on his face. He's got gauge earrings, and so when he was living in poverty, living in lack, he said that when he'd walk down the street, people would kind of avert their eyes. They would very often kind of
Judge.
look like they might be afraid of him, feel
Right.
judged. And so when he creates these paintings, he doesn't put a face on them because he doesn't want you to judge it based on the face or the figure. He wants it to be all about the message in the painting. And so you'll see a lot of these, people always say, are the heads exploding? It's not about that,
Right.
But it's mostly about this idea of we are more than just our own appearances. And he went from a situation where he could barely afford t-shirts to now he's wearing designer threads and he's been driving the best of cars.
Yeah.
And now he says he feels judged on the other end. People are saying, oh, who is this guy and what is all this flash about? So basically his whole concept is he's about a lot more than just those things.
Very cool. Now, I do want to work kind of right outside because, as you mentioned, a big inspiration for Create, as we step out here, was Salvador Dali, Spanish artist, and this entire wall outside is dedicated to him, correct, in his works.
That's exactly right. So this actually is an interesting story that has to do with Italy. So Dali is a Spanish artist. He was hired and commissioned by the Italian government to create the Divine Comedy, which is what you're looking at here, to commemorate the 800th anniversary of Dante Alighieri, the most famous Italian author ever, of his birth. About midway through Dali creating the commissions, it took him 8 years, they fired him because there was political pressure because the Italian people were angry. They had hired a Spaniard to illustrate this important historic Italian poem. So they fired him. His best friend and publisher, Dr. Giuseppe Alboreto, paid him to go ahead and finish the commission. And the best part of this story is later on, they went ahead and sold it to the Italian government for much more money.
Wow.
We actually acquired these works directly from Dr. Giuseppe and Mara Alboreto, Dali's best friends and publishers. And these works are some of the most popular surrealist works that have ever been offered on the market in all the years of surrealism. So each of the sections of the poem are divided in 3 sections: Purgatory, Paradise, and the Inferno, and the works are hung in 3s for that same reason.
Very cool. Now, again, we're going to head to break. John and I are hanging out over here at Park West Gallery. Stay with us on High Now Daily because coming up a little bit later, we're going to be talking to Cam Rose, who's actually a live painter. She'll be painting right over here on High Now.
She's an actual artist. She's got talent, not like me.
Not like me either, but stay with us. There's lots of talent here in this building. You're watching High Now. I will be right back.
Aloha and welcome back to Hi Now Daily. The Filipino Community Center's annual Bayanihan Gala is set for October 12th at the Alohilani Resort. And here to tell us more about the event is Novi Flores and Brian Andaya. Thank you guys for joining me today.
Thank you
Thanks for having us.
Yes. Let's talk about the event. I know you guys are doing it every year, and it's to support the work that you folks do with the Filipino Community Center out in Waipahu.
Yep.
Tell us about that.
It is a fundraising, bringing all the Filipino together, or your supporters, in order for us to honor the leaders in the community in different sectors like education, business, and especially our Brian Andaya is one of our honorees this year.
Yay! And so why are you guys honoring Brian this year? What is so special about this guy sitting right next to you that you guys are going to honor him at this incredible event?
Well, on top of the things that he does in the community, he was also one of the chair once upon a time in the gala. I will not tell you the date, but he was one of our chair for the Filipino Gala when we start to build and make Philcom one of our biggest event every year.
Nice. Well, let's talk a little bit about the Philcom Center and what that space is really used for out in Waipahu.
Well, we do have all the cultural events. There have meetings in a venue. It's pretty much a gathering place. Of course, it's in Waipahu. It's a gathering place of a lot of Filipinos and events. And we also have offices there for medical and all the cultural events as we happen, and our Filipino fiesta that happens every year.
Beautiful. And really, like you mentioned, a place for people to come together and gather, right? That's really special.
It's really all about community, bringing all aspects of our vibrant community together to Waipahu, to the building. And it's just, bringing people together for different events to celebrate culture, to celebrate our history, to celebrate achievements. But also, I still remember right after the Lahaina fires, to bring people together in times of need and to really just kind of be together, and whether it's good or bad, just kind of spend time.
Yeah, absolutely. And at this event is going to be just another place for you guys to come together and join forces. Of course, you're going to be recognized as well. What does that mean to you? If you could just share with everybody listening in your story, that would be amazing.
It's been a long journey, and I am so grateful for every step of the way. This community center, Philcom, has really made me who I am, has played a large part in my life. And it's again all about bringing the community together, that shared struggle that we all face. Rarely do we remember the best times, and when you hit your goals and all of that. You remember the struggle, and you remember those who you struggle with, and in trying to build the community, trying to build this center, really that's really special to me. So I'm really really happy to be where I'm at.
Beautiful. And then, talking about the event that's coming up in October, tell everybody what they can expect at the event. What's going to be happening at the Alohilani?
Well, we have some Filipino food, of course, since October is a Filipino month. So we have a lot of vendors. So it's going to be new for us, the Filipino event. We have different food vendors, of course, drinks, and of course, entertainment. What is Filipino event without music, correct? So it's going to be
dancing.
and of course, singing. So it's going to be at the Alohilani Resort, and tickets are still available nowadays at philcom.org/Bayanihan Gala 2024.
Beautiful. So go ahead and get those tickets to the gala that's happening. We're going to have the details on our website as well, hinowdaily.com. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm honored.
Yay. And thank you so much for being
Thank you
with
for
me
having
today.
us.
All right. We're going to take a break and we'll be back with more of Hi Now Daily. Right on. Good job, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So fun.
How's it, aloha gang, and welcome back to High Now Daily. Now, we've been hanging out with John Allshow today, talking about the incredible works of art that are located over here in this gallery. Over 300 are here. John, this one is one of the rarest. Tell us about it.
Well, this is one of the oldest works in our collection here by Rembrandt van Rijn. This piece is nearly 500 years old. The Dutch master created this using copper plate, and this is actually a famous religious image of the raising of Lazarus. So here you see Jesus lifting Lazarus, his friend who was wrongfully dead, from the grave. And you see the incredible emotion in the faces of the onlookers. This is a Dutch masterpiece, and works such as this have been displayed in the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam and famous museums all around the world. And we have it right here in Waikiki. It's free to get in, and you could even collect it if you want.
That is amazing. So how old is something like this?
Just under 500 years.
Just under 500 years. So this painting has seen some things.
That's right. Think about it. It's survived wars and floods and insects and children to be here in this place right now, which is pretty incredible if you think about it.
That is amazing. Now we're going to go ahead and walk over here because newly launched just this month over here at the Park West Gallery over here in Hawaii was this idea of bringing in live artists to create. And we have Cam Rose over here. So John, how did this all happen?
Well, Cam is an artist, and she's kind of always been an artist. We knew that when we brought her on board the team. And she was trying to split her time between working here at the gallery and teaching people about masters for us, because she is an expert, and getting home to paint. And we said, why don't we combine the two things? So we built this studio here, and people will stand and just watch her through the window for, an hour at a time. They love to see her create the work. So it's great for everybody.
That's exactly what I did when I first got down over here. Now, Cam, I want you to step right over here. You're a local artist. Tell us a little bit about your story and what you're creating here.
Yeah, so Rembrandt actually said a painting without atmosphere is nothing. So one thing that's really exciting about my work and working alongside the masters is I paint from life. So, yeah.
Okay, awesome. So when you say you paint from life, where do you draw your inspiration from when you're sitting down to create this this collection we're looking at?
Yeah, so in the Hawaiian Islands, I've clung to floral and tropical flowers of the island, and I never run out of inspiration here.
Absolutely. This is a very inspirational place to be. Tell us about this specific collection as well as we get some shots of it. What's featured over here with your collection?
Yeah, so I try to have a little bit of all the tropical flowers alongside copying masters of Hawaiian history like Herb Kane, and yeah, just anything or anyone that's willing to sit, or flowers that hold still, I can paint.
Okay, beautiful. Now I do want to bring the camera back over here so we can kind of get a shot of exactly what you're working on over here. So obviously you can see you're working off that right over there. So how does something like this start? You get the inspiration there. What's the very first thing that happens there?
Yes, so my classical training, a good drawing is how you start a good painting. So a good foundation.
Foundation first.
Yes.
Okay, can you give us a little bit of a sample? Can you paint a little bit for us? Can we take a look?
Yes, so right now the stage that the painting is at, I've been working on this for a little while. So basically just making sure those colors pop. So I'm gonna take a big glob of the white and a cadmium red light.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look for the brightest spot on the entire bouquet there, and I'm just gonna kind of plop it down.
Plop it down. And then so all of those colors are gonna slowly kind of work its way together.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, beautiful. So you're gonna be over here. This is gonna be the live opportunity for people to come in and check you out painting. How do people stay up to date with your artwork and combine to your collection?
Yeah, so we're always updating our social media, but I'm usually right here in the front window talking to people and giving tours, so.
I love it. Live painting demonstration. Thank you so much, Cam. I'm going to transition back over here. John has some goodies for us. Now what is this, John? We got champagne.
This is a little known substance called champagne.
Okay.
And we invite people to come in for champagne tours. You sip on champagne, walk around. Cam and the other docents and art dealers here will help you to learn about the art, and you can enjoy champagne, or we have alternative beverages as well if you'd like something else. So we have to commemorate this great painting experience.
I think there's one more for you, Cam. It's
yeah,
right over there.
Cam. And it's worth mentioning, Cam's art is available for sale here as well and sells every single day. It's been wildly popular.
That's fantastic. Now, one more time, I want you to tell all the High Now viewers out there, John, where you're located, hours of operation. How do we stay up to date with Park West Gallery Hawaii?
So we're here in Waikiki Beach Walk on Lure Street. We're here 10 to 10 every day of the week, and we'd love for you to come and see us here. You can check us out on Instagram or also on Facebook, or really all the socials, Park West Gallery Hawaii, or Park West Hawaii, I guess it is. Also, you can check out our website website, parkwestgalleryhawaii.com.
Fantastic. John, Cam, thank you so much. That being said, we cheers to this Aloha Friday. Come on down and check it out, gang. Rachel, back to you.
Cheers, guys. Bringing it back here in studio. The Hawaii Technology Development Corporation supports the Blue Startups Accelerator Program, which held an event featuring its newest cohort last night. Our correspondent Lauren Taruya was there, and she's got more.
It is a very exciting day here at the Entrepreneur Sandbox. I'm here with Kainoa Farnsworth, the founder of Blue Startups. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming back.
I'm excited to be back here because it is Demo Day.
Yes.
Okay, so for anyone that doesn't know what Demo Day is, we've been following your cohort so far. So of course we saw their open house.
Yep.
Now we're on to stage 2, Demo Day. What does this mean?
Yeah, so this is the finale in Hawaii for these companies, and they're going to pitch, hopefully to get investments, and then they're going to show off their products. So we've got booths out here with every company so that they can actually demo their products. So you can get to see what they've been working on for the last 12 weeks.
That is really exciting. Now, what are some of the steps that they've taken so far to be where they are today?
Yeah, it's been an intense 12 weeks,
I can imagine.
So we've worked with customers to get feedback, to get more information. We've asked these companies to talk to at least 100 customers.
Holy smokes.
To get feedback, to then inform their products, so now they've reiterated on their products. Maybe they've pivoted to a whole new product, you never know. That's part of the process. And now they're showing off their stuff. So now they're going to market, right? This is kind of like launch time. They should all have products that are market ready at this point. So it's been a whirlwind.
That's exciting. I can feel the excitement in the room. I bet there's some nerves happening.
A lot of nerves.
For sure. But I want to know, this is, the middle step. What do they have upcoming and what's kind of on the horizon?
It is our Hawaii finale, but then we go to the mainland. So we're going to go to San Francisco for a week. We will meet with investors there, and then we'll do it all over again in San Francisco.
Okay.
So that's where, the big bucks are. So it's really important for these companies to get attention from investors for their next round of funding, get venture capital money. That's why we go there. We also connect with our networks there, which is really great. It's a lot of kama'aina who live on the mainland who give us their time, their kokua to help our founders out, meeting with them, everything. People love Hawaii. If they're from Hawaii, they want to give back. So we really tap into that network on the mainland as well.
That is so awesome, especially to feel that support, even just beyond our Hawaii islands. Yeah. And I wanted to ask you, this program that you've created has incredible economic impact. Can you just kind of talk about how this is truly not just growing here in Hawaii, but even beyond that?
Yeah, so our companies all have global ambition, but their global ambition is from Hawaii. So from Hawaii to the world. So they're building products here that can be exported with the push of a button.
Wow.
Business model we really love here in Hawaii. High economic impact, low environmental impact. It really is going to help our economy to have these companies growing and thriving right here in the islands, employing people both here and all over the world, and really putting Hawaii on the map as an innovation hub and tech center for the Pacific.
That is so important. And I have to ask you, of course, the Hawaii Technology Development Corporation is a huge support of Blue Startups. So, what has their involvement done for you this far, and where's it going?
So again, HTDC has been our partner from the beginning, and they're even more and more partnering with us as we move forward. So now we're in the sandbox. Before we used to have our own space, kind of in a little office building in the middle of downtown where nobody saw us. So now we're here right in the middle of the tech community, right in Kaka'ako. So we're really grateful for that. And then of course financial support that we would not survive without. So we really, really appreciate the partnership with HTDC.
Awesome. And for anyone that wants to get more information about Blue Startups, how can they follow your journey? Where do they go?
BlueStartups.com has all our information. So we'll be wrapping up this cohort, but we're always then recruiting for the next cohort. We're always looking for strong local founders to come through our program. And then we'll also be gearing up for our signature event in April, East Meets West.
Awesome.
So keep eyes out for that.
Absolutely. We will be following this journey. Kainoa, thank you so much. And of course, you guys can check out their website for any more information. got David Holt with me, who is the program manager of Blue Startups. David, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Thank you. Yeah, so I want to ask just about you specifically first. What's it like being the program manager of everything that's been going on?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a little entrepreneurial itself, actually. So I just do a little bit of everything to make sure this all runs smoothly and that we deliver a lot of value to the entrepreneurs in the program.
That's awesome. And I'm sure they love and very much need that type of support. Now, below us right now is Demo Day is like fully starting. It's getting in action. What's happening over here?
Yeah, so we have our demo day tonight here in Honolulu. All the entrepreneurs are actually going to get up on stage and give quick 3-minute pitches to the audience. After that, we're going to spread out across the room and do an expo-style product demo. So people are going to be able to walk around and actually see all of the cool products that the entrepreneurs have built.
That is awesome. Now, I want to ask you, because you are like boots on the ground every single day, just a couple success stories that you've seen through the startup so far. I know you work with both, mainland companies that come in and also locals to build them to the mainland.
Yeah, so to talk first about a company that came from outside of Hawaii and is doing a lot of business here, Maven Energy came from Colorado, came to Blue Startups, and has created a lot of good relationships here with local energy players, bringing really cool technology here for our homeowners to save energy on energy costs. So Maven Energy, look out for them. They're closing some big deals here in Hawaii.
That sounds awesome. And what about growing, local startup to even grow further than that?
Yeah, so there's a local entrepreneur in this cohort, Jason Sharp. He's starting a language learning app. It's called Umi. So download the app, Umi for languages.
I think I remember Umi.
He has seen tremendous success throughout the program. So he went from, I think he was up in the low hundreds, 150 something. He's now 61 on the App Store in iOS.
Wow.
Total rankings. So
That's
he is just
amazing.
blowing up. I think he's like 3rd or 4th in language learning apps on the iOS App Store. So he's right there behind, the big players there. It's Umi's next. And he's coming for him, right? He's coming all the way to the top.
It sounds like Umi's the app to download. Make sure you get that. But before we send things off, I want to ask you, Blue Startups has made incredible economic impact here in Hawaii, but where do you see it going in the next 10 years from now?
Yeah, I mean, we have big goals. Ideally, we want a unicorn startup to grow right here in Hawaii, to have a headquarters here in Hawaii to provide really high-paying jobs here locally in the technology sector. So that's our big goal, and hopefully it'll happen sooner than later. It could be one of these companies right here.
Could be one of these companies right here. David, thank you so much for your time. I believe your dreams are coming true. And of course, you guys can go to our Hainao website and get all the details on Blue Startups and their amazing work that they're doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
are getting hyped today because we're out on the windward side at Kualoa Ranch, where we have just about 4,000 acres of lush land to explore.
We are about to go on an e-bike tour, one of the most amazing on island, and we got Daryl to show us the way.
Hello guys, ladies, you guys ready?
Ready.
All right, helmets on. Yeah, let's ride.
Woo. All right, follow the leader.
Today we are riding our e-bikes, which are amazing vehicles. In my opinion, best way to actually experience the valley. It's a lot more quieter. You're a little bit more one with nature here.
So beautiful.
Okay, now that is what I'm talking about right there. This is the perfect way to take in Kualoa Ranch because it's a nice, easy ride. And I'm familiar with the bike, so I know how to do it already.
I barely feel like this is a workout. It's so easy.
My kind of workout, girl.
On our novice tour, it's a little bit more easygoing, more of like a beginner kind of course, mostly paved grounds. But in that one, we'll spend a lot of time in our Kainoa Valley, which we get anywhere between 5.5 to about 8 miles on. On top of that, we do have an ultra tour. That's for like our advanced e-bike guys. And on the tour, we'll take you through some movie sites, take you through some of our agriculture area, share with you guys some of our history and some of the culture that we have here on the ranch. So this is our World War II bunker here called Battery Cooper, built after the bombings of Pearl Harbor. Nowadays though, we actually use it as a museum of sorts.
Wow, what a cool, interesting place on the tour. I like this.
Definitely.
Wow! Oh my God! She's eager to go. What's the next spot?
Okay.
All right,
next spot.
let's go see more. This area here is called Low Camp.
Is this where Jumanji was filmed?
Jumanji, Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, 51st Dates.
What I'd give to have the rock right here, right now. That'd be amazing.
What we're riding on our tours are gonna be our Trek Rail 9.8s. And these things are just amazing. They give you these assist modes that'll help you enjoy the ride rather than working hard for it. So it starts off with our Eco. We got Tour Mode, EMTB, and then my favorite, that's gonna be our Turbo Mode. That gives you a little over 300% extra boost, so it makes those hills nice and easy. Uphill number 2.
All
You know what
right.
that means, guys. Turbo, turbo.
Turbo!
Next level.
Ho ho!
Watch out, world. Rachel's coming. I feel like a real trailblazer. Holy smokes. This has got to be one of the world's 7 wonders. Like,
Absolutely.
This is epic.
Welcome to our Kainoa Valley.
I feel so little.
These mountains will do that to you. Been here over 6 years and still doesn't get old.
It's breathtaking.
Now I know a lot of times the people that come to the ranch are mostly tourists, but for the locals, this place is amazing. Some of the history that you actually learn while you're here is out of bounds. Even myself, born and raised on this island, I actually never came here until I started working here. But when I did find a sense of connection to this place, and ever since then, I've been trying to get more and more locals to come out here because they will love it. All right, we got a slight downhill here, okay?
Yay!
Have fun, just be careful. On this left side here, this is a couple of our Godzilla footprints from the movie.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow, this is so cool. The koalas are showing off.
Next up, Kong Skull Island. We're gonna cut through the grass here.
Off-roading, let's
No
go!
This is so cool. I've only ever seen this in pictures.
It's our boneyard from Kong Skull Island.
I have to go to Mighty Joe over here. Save me, Mighty Joe. This is like, don't eat us. We're too sweet.
Sorry.
They'd spit us back out. Nope.
Yeah, they'd be like, I don't want those.
Woohoo! Oh, I'm gonna go here.
Okay. Wow, what an epic conclusion to our novice tour.
Good fun today, but I think we could take it up a notch and do the 3-hour ultra tour next.
I think we can handle that. Make sure you guys go to kualoa.com to book your tour.
Woo! Let's ride! Amazing. That was so much fun out at Kualoa Ranch. Make sure you book your tour, kualoa.com, and head to our Instagram right now because we are doing our first ever Freebie Friday. And we've got so many goodies in this basket. It's all from some of our partners and friends who came on the show this last month. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will see you on Monday.